Here we go.
Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
All right. Good.
Good. Good, good.
I,
Well, needless to say, we have a lot to talk about.
yeah, I just told you that, but I did 30 days. Um, so I lost 20 pounds in 30 days.
Yeah, your face looks so different.
Does it?
What do you think? How did it feel?
Good. It was meal replacement for breakfast and lunch.
Uh-huh.
Basically like fruits, vegetables, and chicken. Uh no alcohol, sugar, bread, dairy,
Wow.
fried food, or processed food.
Oh my gosh. Was it hard or were you like, no, I'm good?
I think overall it was pretty good. There was
Yeah.
like I never had like an overwhelming like crave for like one thing like alcohol or like bread, but it would be like circumstantial.
Yeah.
Like oh man, we're at like a get together and there's like fried chicken or like
Yeah, yeah.
I'm stressed and I'm busy and I just want a breakfast sandwich or
I
like
just want that McDonald's McGriddle now.
yeah. So I think I did pretty good. I didn't cheat at all.
Wow, that's awesome. That's incredible, actually.
Yeah. So I've been off it for a couple of days, but I've more or less stuck to it.
Yeah.
I haven't gone back to breakfast sandwiches. I've been doing a shake still because I actually like the shake.
Okay. Did they send you all this? Is this like a company?
Yeah, it was like a Purium thing. So I did like they sent you like the mix and the protein pills to take and stuff like that. So
What? Okay, okay.
it's good. I had my little routine at night with my peanut butter and apple
Your peanut butter and apple
and my
situation.
tart cherry juice,
Oh, the tart cherry,
the
the
infamous.
tart cherry juice.
Yeah,
They say that's amazing for you.
it's pretty tasty too. You put it in like lime seltzer water and it's like a nice little wind down at night.
Oh, that's kind of like a mocktail.
Yeah, so
Well, that's awesome. Good for you.
it's
Oh,
doing
that's the
good.
mocktail that I made for her, Jenna.
Oh, that's the mocktail that Chelsea made for you
Oh,
guys.
it is? Oh
The
my
one that
God,
she
that was
spilt
so
all over the
good.
van that one night.
Jenna
Remember?
spelled it. Jenna.
Yeah, that was
Jenna spilt it
no,
all.
no, I
Jenna.
told it. Jenna was there.
Jenna was there. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Chelsea, edit that out.
I will.
Oh, but that's kind of awesome. Good for you. Good job.
Thanks.
Yeah, that's pretty hard, but you did it. Congrats.
Thank you.
Welcome. We love it.
Uh,
We
where are you?
love a healthy king.
Okay.
That's what kids are saying these days. Okay, let's discuss our Spotify Wrapped
What,
situation and then we'll
what,
introduce Chaz.
all right. How do you feel about Spotify Wrapped? What are your thoughts on
Hey, it irritates me. I haven't watched it at all. I don't care. No one cares. And everybody puts it on their Instagram story and they're so invested and they're like obsessed. And they even did it to close friends. I've gotten four today that are like on the close friends Instagram of like, here's my Spotify wrapped. I'm like, I already know what music you like if we're close friends. I don't need to know that you definitely listened to it this year.
So I think I don't agree with you,
Can we let's end the pod now?
but I get the sentiment. I think it's funny, but no, I feel like I've done it too.
Why do you like it?
It's just kind of fun. It's like seeing what everyone's been up to, sort of from like a music. I don't know.
I know what you've been up to music. I know what you've been up to lately because of your music. I've heard about it all of 2023.
Well, that's different. I don't have a podcast with every single one of my friends.
Well, maybe we should because Spotify Wrapped would be out of business.
Uh, our friend Wesley posted on Instagram that this is like his holiday, finding out what everyone's
Stop it.
Spotify was, and I think I kind of agree with him.
Really?
It's
Okay,
fun.
I've never viewed it that way. Maybe I'm being kind of
Um, I almost every single one I've seen though has Taylor Swift in the top five, which isn't like a knock as much as like holy crap,
she's that big.
she's that big. Like, uh,
Yeah.
yeah. Um,
Um,
but yeah, it was just fun to see what everyone's been listening. I think
okay, well, I'll
I
look at
also
mine.
I learned that I don't know a lot of these bands. Like I've never even heard of them.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. So so you're
so
looking
yeah,
now. You're just
my
looking
Wrapped.
now. It's like a long story. It tells you like all kinds of stuff.
Whoa. Okay, I'm gonna turn the volume down. Because if this is what I think it is, look out, moms.
I want to know what your top 5 artists were.
Okay,
And
hold
then
on.
tell me if that's accurate, because some people think it's wrong, and mine was like pretty dead on.
Okay. Let me see where I can find it. Mallrat was number 1.
That's a band.
Yeah. Number 2 was The Weekend.
The Weekend. Okay.
This is getting wild. This is
A float podcast after dark.
this is NF.
NF. Okay.
They're like what I listen to working out, like
Oh, okay.
hardcore. Yeah, I'm not saying the rest of these. If you want to know, you can DM me.
I want to hear your intro for Chaz.
Okay, here's my intro for Chaz. Chaz is an absolutely, so we're on the music vibe, right? Last week we did like more of like that hardcore, a little bit different genre type of music, but we
Yeah.
didn't really touch on the classical. And that's not like Chaz is not what I would say of like, only classical, but he tunes incredible, like vintage, like any piano you can think. Like I'm going to let him talk about it, but
Mm.
he's an amazing musician, like incredible. He can tune everything you can think of. He literally picked up a violin someone bought me and he was like, I want to learn this. And I was like, I know, right? Like I'm trying. And he's like, I just starts it. Like he is that guy. It's incredible. His mind is amazing with music. I do feel like people that have a musical mind. So it's kind of like Ryan last week was a musical mind, but in a different genre.
Yeah.
But Chaz is like all encompassing of music. Like he loves music in all forms.
Yeah.
It so happens that he can play classical piano, like any piano song you can imagine. He can just play it. It's amazing.
I've
So
seen.
anywhere we go, if there, yeah, you watched him. We're gonna put a link on the old story. Yes, please do that. Please do that.
All right.
He also already texted me and made fun of me for saying tart Terry instead of tart cherry.
Good stuff.
He's with it. He's with it.
All right. Check your
Anyways,
chicken.
Chaz. We're welcoming Chaz. And by
Chaz
the way, his last name is Feizipour. He's Persian. He's
Feizipour.
not just a pianist, he is a Persian pianist. Oh my gosh. And the dog.
Oh, look
Oh,
at that
crowd
dog.
pleaser. Crowd
Oh,
pleaser
Am I
alert.
allowed to turn my video on yet?
Yeah, of course.
How are you, Chaz?
I'm great.
Hey,
Just
buddy.
chilling.
You.
First time on a podcast, a little nervous.
Yeah. But you know us. Well, it'll
Your
be chill.
I know,
mustache
yeah.
is amazing. Looks so good.
It's kind of out of control.
All right. So to start, do you have Spotify?
Yeah, you got
I
to give us
do.
the wrap. Give us the
you look
wrap.
at your Wrapped?
I actually just looked at it today. I also am like Melissa. I cannot stand it. It drives me nuts. Everybody posting it, acting like anyone cares. I understand that you care.
I don't know that I care. I just think it's kind of fun, like see what everyone's. It's like it's an easy thing to make fun of, and it's also a fun thing to talk about. Like if you like to talk about music, it's kind of fun to see what everyone likes.
Maybe we should do another vote where it like when we did the songs, remember we voted like, do you want us to recommend one song to 5? And we based it on that.
Yeah.
Then we'll do another one where like you can either say yes, you want to hear about all of our Spotify Wrapped, and we'll post pictures of it. We'll be embarrassed, humiliated, but well, I will be. I don't want to say Justin Bieber, you know what I mean? Like, come on, give me a break.
That's nothing wrong. Do you have any people like Justin Bieber? Do you have any
I
Spotify?
love Justin Bieber. I
He's
do
pretty
love
good.
Justin Bieber.
Okay.
Okay, my
yeah.
top artists: Miley Cyrus,
Miley.
Posty, Taylor,
John.
John
Oh.
Mayer. John
What?
Mayer, I do not think is accurate.
What about the fifth one? What was the fifth one?
Young the Giant. That's
Okay.
accurate.
Okay, that
Because
tracks.
we saw them this year, so I like played it constantly. I
Yeah.
feel like there might be one John Mayer track that I played like over and over because we were trying to cover it. but
See,
it doesn't
again,
track
trying to
otherwise.
come next to the
The thing
snobbery.
with the Spotify rap that irritates me are the people who post the things trying to brag about their taste in music. That irritates me.
Okay, that is the thing. If they are like a little bit of a like niche, right? Where it's like, oh, you
Yeah.
guys ever heard of the Pet Shop Boys? I'm like,
They have like one off-course band and suddenly they
yeah. It's actually all like Mariah Carey, Whitney Houston, which are incredible. And then they're like also.
Mine only had one artist change from last year. It was pretty much the same exact thing as last year.
that's impressive.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
that is impressive.
The order changed,
So
but
what was it?
last year it was Turnstile, Oasis,
Back again. Back
the,
again.
the countryside of Harmonica Sam, Charlie Crockett,
The
and
harmonica one. The harmonica one
yeah.
is one that like someone would like put up on their rap and be like, do you even like harmonica? Like, do you even like
That's gonna be my so I didn't know what my song was gonna be. I'm gonna do a countryside of Harmonica Sam for the mix.
Oh, okay.
He's really
Also, I
good.
don't know if Chaz knows about the ending where the pressure's on about the song.
Oh, let's surprise him.
Yeah. It might have to be classical this week. I gotta turn
Let me give you a little pro tip about harmonicas because you mentioned it. We just got back from a cruise and our group we had like 68 people and we all did karaoke every night.
Yeah.
And this random guy did Piano Man and busted out a harmonica and knew every lick, the whole thing, and just the crowd went wild.
Oh wow. It's like a fan favorite, the
I
harmonica.
guess. I mean, it was pretty wild. Like nobody else brought an instrument to accompany their karaoke.
Yeah.
She could figure that one out.
Have you ever been to karaoke and they're apparent like they appear to be like professional karaoke? Like they
Oh yeah.
take it super seriously. Like they bring a harmonica to it.
I think it's not as fun.
No, it ruins it.
That's what I was trying to tell Sophia because like especially on a cruise, it's just like everyone's just trying to make a fool of themselves.
How
So I was
was
like,
the
let's not
cruise?
do a song that's too serious. Let's keep like the energy high, the mood light.
Yeah.
I do feel like that is a specific thing too, like doing karaoke. Like you've always got that one person that's like, I'll take it from here. I'll take
Right.
it from here. And you're like, can you chill out? Like
Yeah.
karaoke's supposed to be fun.
Where was the cruise?
Caribbean, we did St. Thomas, Tortola, Dominican Republic, and one other place I can't think of.
Any favorites or just the karaoke bar?
I love Tortola.
Oh,
Hmm.
really? I've never
I went there like when I was a teenager and we got mopeds, my sister and I rode one together and we crashed. And I got so much road rash in my leg. We had to go to the medic and they like scraped out all the stone.
Oh God.
Oh,
But we did it again this time.
oh,
No
okay.
wrecks. Well, I
Amazing.
didn't wreck. And it was just as beautiful as last time, minus the pain.
So you redeemed yourself.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Well, good. I'm glad it was fun.
Yeah.
Down to brass taxes, down to being a Persian pianist. I don't know if you know this. Chaz can fluent Persian as well. He's really a man of many talents.
What do you speak? Is it Farsi?
Yeah. Not, I used to speak it. I haven't spoken it a really long time. So it's
Yeah.
not great right now.
But if we were like in a predicament in a foreign land in Persia, you
Yeah.
What if we were in Persia and we were like really needed you? Like you couldn't come through.
I could come through.
There he is.
It might be like beep, beep, boop, boop, but they would get it.
See, now we're gonna get canceled because you did that.
yeah.
All of our listeners. No,
We
I'm
just-
kidding.
We just lost our first sponsor.
Chelsea, edit.
Yeah, Chelsea, take that out. We just lost our one Persian listener because of that moment that you just had.
We're sponsored by Chelsea's blog, and she just dropped us.
She's like, I can't with you guys.
My name can't be associated with Persian
No.
hate.
I love that she just chuckles in the background the whole time.
Yeah, all the time. Okay, so Chaz, why don't you tell us a little bit about, tell us first off, like how you even got into tuning pianos, and also tell us about the piano in your background, Like why you got it? What kind is it? Why do you love it? Why is that the one that you wanted in your house? You know.
Okay. It could be really
So
long, but I'll
enthused.
try to make it short.
Oh, it's fine.
So basically, growing up, I was like pretty nerdy, I think. I was really into computers and stuff.
Cut to a picture of
So
Chaz here, Chelsea. Cut to a photo of him.
We'll get Sophia to post a picture.
a chubby
Yeah.
kid. Um, yeah, so from like middle school on, I was on the track to like do computer science in college. And basically, like by the time high school was over, like I subbed out all my foreign language credits for like computer classes so that I could like fast track through college. By the time I got to college, I was not interested in that at all. But there wasn't really anything else to
But
do. Like I knew I didn't want to major in music because I didn't want to teach. And if
mm,
I wanted to do like I also knew I didn't want to do performance.
mhm.
So I was like, let me not go to school for music. So basically I just kept doing the computer science thing. I did 2 years, got my associates. When I started my bachelor's program at Maryland, I was probably the unhappiest I've ever been in my life. Not in a good place. Because I
Yeah.
just like hated
Yeah.
my life.
Yeah.
So a lot of deliberation. I ended up dropping out
Yeah.
without really like a real plan of what I was doing.
So would you feel like that was just pressure because you had like already committed and it was like, no, this is like my goal. This is what I said it was going to be, and that can't change?
I definitely felt a lot of pressure, especially because my
I
dad's
felt
in
like
the
you felt
same
pressure
field.
under that question, even alone. I definitely felt a lot of pressure.
I'm not over it.
I am in therapy currently because of it.
I probably should be. No, so like my cousin, one of my cousins, uh, I was at her house and she
Not the
like
other 45 cousins.
she like she's the one who really made me drop out.
Oh,
And I
okay.
called my parents from her house and they were mad. They were like really not happy because I had already started that semester.
Yeah,
So like they had already like paid. We weren't gonna get our money back.
it's done.
But anyway, there was this like year-long program. It's called the American School of Piano Tuning. And I had a couple of friends that I knew who were also piano technicians.
Hmm.
And so I had like sort of been around it a little bit just out of curiosity. And I was like, let me just like check this out and see what it's all about and see if I like it. So I like signed up for the program. It wasn't expensive and it was all from home. It was like super old school. You take written exams, send them in, and
Wow,
basically you just get like an old junky piano and you tear it apart. And in the process, you like learn how to fix everything with the textbooks.
that's so cool. I did not realize that was the process.
Hmm.
Archaic.
Very archaic.
Also, one of my friends who is currently a piano technician, his father-in-law is the one who taught him,
Hmm.
and he agreed to rebuild a piano with me. So like simultaneously, I would go there every Monday and like work on rebuilding that piano with him, like with a an expert. He had done it for like 60 years.
Hmm.
So that I think is where I like really learned all the hands-on stuff is from him
Hmm.
because I'm
When
definitely more of like
like
a
you were
hands-on
like,
learner.
this is like something. When were you like, okay, I was doing what I was doing, I stopped it, and now I'm doing this, and this was a good decision. Like I'm think this is actually what I want to do.
I think when I had like my first decent tuning, so
Hmm.
sidebar, I have perfect pitch. I thought that was going to give me like some crazy upper hand in this
I
industry.
have perfect pitch.
It did not.
What does that mean? Yeah, perfect pitch.
So I can like identify
Does it?
a frequency without any context.
Oh,
He by ear.
like you can
Like
hear
if you
that.
sang a note, I would know what it is.
You could play a B and you would know it's a B or whatever.
Yeah,
Okay.
right. So I thought that I could use that to
Yes, like
tune
there's no
pianos.
bees. There's no bees. I don't know what you're talking
No,
about.
And if the piano has a
so
B,
here I am, like prancing into this industry, like thinking I got it all figured out, and I like will learn this in a month.
Okay, okay.
No, because
Oh,
pianos aren't tuned like that. They're like they have a whole different formula for tuning. It's not like how you tune other instruments at all.
Really?
So I think that was kind of like a big setback when I tried to tune my first piano by ear. I was like, this is gonna be fine. And it sounded like absolute garbage.
You're like, sir, you have been actually sold a lemon. This
Send
piano,
it back.
yeah,
Your
send
piano's
this
broken.
back. But yeah, the piano's not actually well. What's the most expensive piano you can buy? Just real quick.
Mm, probably like a Fazioli. It's an Italian piano. Probably like 250.
So that was it. That was the piano. You like went in and you're like,
That's the
ding,
one.
ding, and you're like, this Fazioli, garbage. Get this out of my sight.
God. No, it was the junky piano I had at home, and it
Okay.
hadn't been tuned in like 30 years, and I tuned it, and it sounded worse.
So then do you use equipment? Like, do you use equipment to tune?
Yeah, it's pretty basic. Like as far as tuning, it's not a lot of tools. Like for repairing and rebuilding, it's endless tools. But yeah, for tuning, it's a tuning hammer, but essentially it's just like a fancy wrench.
Mm.
Mhm.
And then we have like a mute. We have lots of different kinds of mutes, but like each key that you play, at least for the most part, has actually three strings that sound. So like if there's three strings, we would either mute like both of the outside strings or just one, so we
Mhm.
could tune the center, and then we blend the outsides so that all three like ring at the same frequency.
Mm.
See, to me, it's like I wouldn't even understand. Like even that sentence you just said, the frequency, not right over my. Like I'm just like the frequency. Like to me, you have to be or like have like some sort of mental connection with that type of stuff for it to like really click and you know what's going on. You know what I mean? Like my grandma could be like, ding, 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 this thing is out of tune. And it's like, you don't know what? Like you can't even play anything. You know what I mean? So it's like it does seem like it's a specific type of certain quality to the brain that would like know that type of thing. Do you feel like you
Maybe.
have other tuners that you're like, you're not a very good tuner?
Oh yeah, definitely.
That's so interesting though, because like so many people growing up. Jake, did you take piano lessons or any musical lessons when you were growing up?
3 years of piano, didn't learn anything. 2 years of saxophone, didn't learn anything. And then
Oh, you
like
should have stuck with that sax.
three
Could have
years
been Duke Silvers out here.
and then guitar. And I learned some things with guitar, but nothing really. I just don't have the musical like for as much music as I listen to, I don't have the drive to learn an instrument enough.
Yeah.
Or there's like a focus or a time element to it that I've never been able to focus.
Yeah. Do
That's
you
something interesting too, I feel like, is the correlation between like how much people love music and rely on it versus whether or not they're able to play music.
Yeah.
Because I personally feel like there's people out there who love music way more than me, but don't play any instruments at all and like wish that they could.
You
Hmm.
told me
You
that
know
the
what I
first
mean?
time you told me that the first time I met you because you were
Really?
talking about music and you were like, I don't I don't I'm not that into music, sort of like in like a way. Like you play music, you understand music, you can kind of play whatever, but you were like, I don't, if I'm wrong, tell me, but like it was almost like you don't really have a connection too much to like music, at least from like popular music or like mainstream type stuff. It
I
doesn't.
think I don't listen to as much music as other people. It's not that I don't enjoy it. I think maybe I just get like, so when I listen to music, my brain is like constantly registering what's actually happening, like identifying all the notes and the chord progressions and patterns and things like that. So I think sometimes I'm just like, I need quiet. Like I just need a little.
Oh,
Is
okay.
it
I
like
bet if you compared like how much time you spent on Spotify versus me, it would be like way less for me.
hmm,
Huh.
I don't know.
That's interesting.
I don't know.
do you
So
think
if
it's
you're
like,
wanting to like chill out, like whereas like we'll be like, oh, I want to chill out. I'm gonna like put on this. You're almost like, no, because that's just gonna make my brain actually amp up and start thinking about all those little things that you just mentioned.
hmm,
Whereas maybe for someone else, it is like less of a focus, right?
Yeah. I don't know. I really don't know. I do
Huh.
remember talking to you about that. I think I was even more so feeling like that then than I
Mhm.
do now. Who
Oh,
just did a thumbs up?
you
Oh, that
went
was
like,
Oh,
me.
that's
I like
funny.
don't know how to use Zoom anymore.
I've never seen that one.
mine's a loser.
I also think my time in the car is occupied completely with like calling people back, like
Mhm.
returning voicemails and stuff like that. So that's when I usually would have listened to the most music. So that's just being old and boring.
Do you have like do you have any like emotional connection to music? Like when you hear it, does it ever like touch you sort
Oh
of?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
But less, maybe less the like poppy music.
But yeah,
Just
that's
because it's like cranked out on such a high volume.
yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
I feel like
Yeah.
back in the day when we first met, we definitely were like we could listen to some music loud and like, you're like a little bit more rowdy. And I feel like just now as we're getting older, it's kind of like, do you want to have a conversation and just chill out?
How
It's
about
like,
some white wine?
yeah, let's have a little bit of the old broadband and relax.
Mm.
Our ears can't take it.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me down. I'm still down to rage. Love to dance.
Yeah, love to dance, love to dance.
What's
Okay,
your
what's
uh,
your favorite? Go ahead. Go ahead, Jake.
what's your like clientele for your work? Is it usually like wealthy people with pianos they never play, or is it like artists, like musicians, like studios?
I think that's my favorite part of my job, to be honest. It's definitely wealthy people.
Oh, okay.
He's always sending like pictures of like paintings that are like an actual original painting. He's like, it's no big deal. Just a little.
Melissa has this like secret life of art and architecture and like this high-end taste that she doesn't talk about with anybody. But I know she like gets it and appreciates it. So when I see something cool, I'm like, who would appreciate this?
And it's always like the sickest stuff. And I'm like, where are you exactly? And he's like, oh, just tickling the ivories again. And I'm like, need an assistant for the old Van Gogh behind you? You might want to.
I think the coolest part of my job, so I don't have time to like vet clients when they reach out. Like I get a call, email, whatever. And I'm not like super tuned in with politics or, you know, any other type of world. So I don't recognize people's names.
Mm-hmm.
So I just like book everybody the same way. I don't
Same.
like price gouge depending on address or zip code or anything like that. So sometimes I'll think I'm just like going somewhere normal and I show up and I'm like, oh,
Oh, hello.
okay.
Oh,
I should
hello.
not have worn this.
I guess a Calvin and Hobbes hoodie isn't quite the feel.
Yeah. I work a lot in DC and like the surrounding areas, so like Bethesda, Potomac. So it is like a lot of politicians and ambassadors
Yeah.
and who's of whatever, like worlds that I'm not involved in. So half the time I don't even know who they are. I'm just like, whoa, that's a Rolls Royce.
Right.
But there are also just like a lot of normal people too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really just like a big mixed pot of everything. But those I do enjoy those
Oh
clients,
yeah. Well,
I
it's
must say.
fun. It's fun. So I was gonna ask Chaz to play us some music, but I do feel like we are almost out of time.
We have 6 minutes. So could
You
you,
want a tight 30-minute
I want a tight,
situation?
can you give us a tight 90 seconds and then we'll come back with our songs and wrap it up?
So you
You want
play
me to
for
play?
Go play for 60 seconds.
I did not do that. Okay, let me take my.
Oh, can you hear?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, we're ready.
Let's
Okay,
do
last
it.
time I tried to do this, it
So
did not work.
excited.
You have to do like live performance audio on Zoom.
Okay, Melissa, I'm gonna turn my mic
Okay, I'll
off.
play you my favorite song.
Okay, we're turning our mics off.
Turn our mics off.
Can you hear me? All right. This is like a go-to chill song. feel like that was 90 seconds.
That was great.
That was so
that was
good.
perfect.
That like put me to
Chelsea
Chelsea's asleep.
approves.
oh so good.
She fell asleep just now.
It's so amazing. I love it. Thank you.
Thanks for being our guest
No
this week.
problem. Thanks for having me on.
You got your first podcast out of the way. So
I know. It was surprisingly easy.
yeah.
Right?
All right.
Jazz, come on. We're talking about something you love. You love talking. We love talking. What's the problem?
All right. So with
Love
that
songs.
in mind, what song do you want to add to the playlist?
Yeah.
What do you what do you think everyone should hear that they haven't heard? Maybe a piece or a classical piece or just a song or Miley Cyrus, whatever you want.
Me?
Yeah, you, Chaz.
Is this like a thing you're doing?
We do it every week.
We have a playlist on Spotify that we add everybody's recommendations of every single podcast. It's like 1,000 songs at this point.
You've done 1,000 podcasts?
No, it's not.
No,
a
songs.
it's
Everybody-
probably like 100 songs at this point. 200.
Wow.
Like 1 million.
Like a million songs.
Like so many songs. Like
I don't know
Oh
how
my
far
God.
out to go.
you what?
I don't know. I said I don't know how far out to go. I don't know if we should do. I have like 3 in mind. One's classical, one's jazz.
All three, up to 3.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Yeah, up to 3.
Ballad number 2.
Which one? I didn't hear the beginning. I just want to make sure it's on there.
Chopin ballad number 4.
Okay.
There's
Okay.
4. I can't remember which one is my favorite, but
Okay.
there's a band called EST.
Ooh.
I saw them live when I was like in high school. We went on a trip. Tuesday Wonderland.
Okay.
This guy
Love
does this crazy electric thing with his huge upright bass. I literally cried.
Oh,
It was so
okay.
embarrassing. That one, and then Sleep Means Sleeping. I
Okay.
already know that one.
Yeah. Love it.
I heard that the other day. It was like on an old playlist, and I was like, man, this song's good.
Okay. That's amazing. I can't wait to listen to those. Okay. Mine are all going to be from the same person. It's all going to be from Abel Korzeniowski.
Okay.
So it's 3 songs: Charms, Dance for Me Wallace, and Evgenie's Waltz.
All right.
I have other classical, more like that genre type, but I like those a lot. I listen to those on repeat for a couple of days.
All right.
And check myself into a mental ward.
How
Before
are those not on your Wrapped?
Yeah.
before it cuts us
Wasn't on my
off,
rap. Okay, what is it, Jake?
before it cuts us off, Lookout Heart from the Countryside of Harmonica Sam. Everything She Wants from Wham.
Oh my gosh.
And Diamond in the Dark from Liam Gallagher. We got it all in.
I do love that one. I love it.
We got it all in
Thank
before
you,
it cuts.
Chaz.
Thank you, Chaz.
It was
This
so
was so fun. Thank you.
Everyone